Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the F1 2020 My Team series here on the Chesnoid Gaming channel, continuing to come to you as regularly as possible. There's a link in the description to the Twitch channel if you want to watch these live. Today we are at the infamous Monaco. Historically and traditionally not my strongest circuit. I'm actually even worse with the wheel at Monaco so far, so we are using the controller again today. Obviously, when there's a green screen, I'm using the controller. When I'm on the wheel, you get the full camera and you can visibly see me with the wheel in camera view. So we're at Monaco. We're in decent form. We felt quick in Spain, but weren't quite able to make the strategy work in our favour. We did really well in China, and we did really well in a couple of races prior to that as well. But fingers crossed, we can continue the upward curve today. Unfortunately for us, as we look at the index here, Alfa Romeo have made improvements and are now actually on paper a better car than the Renault. Alfa Romeo have made significant improvements coming here to Monaco, so I expect them to be very quick. This is never my strongest circuit, so I'm not sure how well we will go, but it's always a challenge, and I'm always ready and willing to rise to the challenge. It's just that sometimes the challenge gets the better of me. So, as ever, still on 100% race distance, still on 100 difficulty because we're on the controller, and my gameplay settings are staying the same. We might we might well see the very first safety car of the save so far in today's episode, because Monaco is obviously the tight and twisty track. So let's jump straight to practice. Get those practice programs out of the way and then see how well or badly, more to the point, we can qualify for this Monaco Grand Prix. This is going to be superb, says Dan. We shall wait and see. Superb entertainment for you guys, I'm sure. Whether it's superb for me, bashing from wall to wall, we'll wait and see. So rather unsurprisingly, at the end of practice, slow as balls and not getting any or many resource points at all. And lap time wise, I'm not the worst, but I'm certainly not much better. But we will retire from session, and that is the end of practice. And hopefully in quali, with our fresh parts, of course, with the quicker engine and turbocharger, etc., on my MTUH and MGUK improvements, we can be a bit quicker. And if I can be a bit quicker myself and driving wise, then we should be able to at least make some progress. Competition not as close as I like it. I love a challenge. It's been great. All the drivers are at their best this year, is what I'll say. We have had some great competitions so far throughout the course of this save so far. It's nothing that won't buff out. It's fine. Might as well be a bit blasé about it.
Great. Well, that's everything.
You're welcome. Now, if you could ask me some more questions so I could get some money from my sponsor, that'd be great. But we'll have to wait until after quali or the race for that. For now, though, time to jump into qualifying and try not to come last. 112.8. I'm not sure where that will put me, but 112.8 certainly an improvement on what we had. 20th. We will not be last. Presumably, both Williams will be behind me, but we shall find out. Oh, we finish in Q3 20th. And yes, both Williams behind me. Only a 10th behind K-Mag, who's my rival, of course. And Juan Manuel gets into Q2. Go on, my man. Rate that. Juan Manuel into Q2. Surprised to see Esteban Ocon down there in 18th, especially when Daniel Ricciardo was up in 6th. There is pace in that Renault at this track. Surprised to see Lando Norris so low down as well. Max there in 12th. Obviously didn't feel the need to go out again. That's fantastic, though. Ah, more questions. Good. That will be good for our sponsor. I need 2 questions at least. The car is great in this track. Aiming for points, though. Throws a spanner in the works. We're just going to aim for points. I'll just say it throws a spanner in the works. I don't want to say anything negative about the car.
How do you feel about this team's performance this season?
How do I feel about Ferrari's performance? Been impressed from them. I think their drivers have been doing wonders with what they have to drive. Well, Ferrari haven't been doing that well, have they? I'll say their drivers have been working wonders with what they have to drive. It's not the in real life, obviously, it's not the best of cars. In game, it's decent, but I'm sure that will be nerfed by a later balancing patch with regards to the AI's performance. But not starting last is fantastic, although we are losing a little bit on the head-to-head to K-Mag, but that's fine. Hopefully we can jump him in the race. I think my plan is to go long on my first stint and then just try and get track position and hold people behind me from there on out. All right, strategy-wise, this is going to be difficult to predict. There may well be safety cars. We haven't had one yet. It recommends doing a two-stop, and I'd probably lean towards doing a two-stop as well, mainly because we just want track position. You should be able to, Kieran, yes. Mainly because we want track position. I would be tempted to try something else, but I don't know. I put 105 kilos worth of fuel in the car. I don't know whether to try and edit the strategy and maybe go medium, medium, soft. And try and do that. Apparently that projected race time is 35 seconds quicker. It will be 35 seconds quicker to do a medium, medium, soft. But is giving up track position really the way forward? No heroics into turn one. Don't worry, there won't be any heroics into turn one. I could run lower on fuel, actually, yeah. So do we do a two-stop that's quicker in time, or do we do a one-stop that would gain us track position? I do not want to touch the hards if we can avoid it, though. We can run in lean a little bit. Track position is everything in Monaco. And Mark has instigated the Glasses of Destiny. So we should be starting the Grand Prix from P20 with the Glasses of Destiny on. And we're doing a one-stop race where hopefully track position will be king. It will be the first time this year that we've used the hard tyres. I certainly hope they don't let me down. But we'll see what we can do. I have no idea what strategy everyone else is on. You'd imagine they're going to be doing something similar to us. Try and get a decent start. We've got a bit of a run on Magnussen, but I'm getting stuck behind Ocon, who's had a poor start there. And that actually is going to cost me track position, potentially to one of the Williams behind me. I'm going to try and stay up the inside here and stay ahead of them. We have, well, I say we've done that well. We haven't. Correa must have taken a grid penalty because he got into Q2, of course, and he started behind me. He lost the back end there. So we're still P20. I'm about to lose a position to my teammate unless I can hold on to this inside line. I'll try and get the Williams here running down towards the hairpin. Thankfully, the hairpin won't... Oh, did that damage my front wing? It didn't. Hopefully, the hairpin won't be like this for more than just the first lap. Won't be quite that congested. Everything will spread out a bit. We're up to P19.
Position on lap one. That's not great, but it's not terrible. Stay focused.
We'll try and stay with everybody as best we can in front of us. But again, yeah, track position is king around Monaco. And with us being slow, it's not like we're going to pit for softer tyres and then or pit for fresher tyres and then be able to catch people up and overtake them. We could pit for fresher tyres and even be slower than the AI, but even if we are quicker than 5 of the cars directly in front of us, we still not might necessarily be able to get past them, so track position will be important. Can't be anywhere near as aggressive around Monaco with this car than I remember on previous F1 games. I don't know whether it's the handling model, the new handling model for this game, or whether it's just the terrible ability of this car, but I can't be anywhere near as aggressive through that swimming pool section as previously you have been able to be. Do remember just throwing the car into that swimming pool section in previous years and getting away with it. Can't do that in this Chesnoid Racing mobile. Checo's in the pits. Checo's definitely on a two-stop then. Sergio Perez in the pits on lap 17. To be fair, those in the top 10 will have started all on the soft tyres, you would imagine. So they'll be kind of forced into doing a two-stop unless they can somehow make hards last 50 odd laps. Sorry, 60 odd laps. I'll be intrigued to know what tyre Checo has gone on to. They might go soft, hard, rather than just soft, hard and then try and make them last. Or soft, medium, perhaps. Let's have a look and see what tyres Checo's gone on to. Oh, it's just a bug there. Lewis will be on the mediums. And he started on the softs and he's gone on to the mediums, so they're going to be doing a 2-stop at least at Racing Point. Yeah, I'm off throttle. That's the problem at the minute. Through there, my confidence is that low in the car that I'm coming off the throttle through swimming pool. What the answer is, I need to go faster. I need to just keep the throttle pinned, and the aero will keep me there. We are right back up behind Ocon now, though. Less than a second, and if we can hold that throughout the rest of the lap, we will be back within DRS range come the end of this lap and heading into the next one. Yeah, I like the official graphics in the game this year. It makes a really refreshing change to actually have the official F1 graphics that you see on Sky, etc., and on the world feed in-game. Since Liberty Media took over F1, it's been such a great relationship they've created with Cody's. And the game has definitely taken significant steps forward thanks to that.
Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
I'm pitting now anyway. I don't want the new strategy option. I want this strategy up. Oi, oi, oi. You can set it so they don't replace front wing. No, I know. I want them to. I want them to. It's not a case of I don't want them to. Obviously, I do now because I bumped it again, but I wanted them to change it. I could feel the lack of downforce in the right-handers with that damage to the front left part of the nose. Come on. Tight up, lads.
Release.
And we're off. We are stone dead last. Thankfully, we won't be getting lapped by anyone else for a long time. We've come out in a nice bit of clean air. Max ahead of us. And no one else to let past because the gap to the Ferrari, the two Ferrari and the McLaren is a lot further. It might take a little while to get these hards up to temperature. And I'll be honest, they don't feel that much grippier than the bloody mediums I've just taken off initially, but it might just be because they're cold. The gaps in front are significantly closing as well, which is good to see, especially as we expect all of those guys to have to pit again. I'm hoping the time that it takes us to catch them will be when they come in for more tyres, and we won't have to sit behind them for too long or battle them for too long. But Max has only just made his way past Lando, so we were closing them anyway. Gap to Stroll is now 9.7. We are significantly closing on those in front. Is, unlike Spain, the strategy going to work in our favour this time rather than against us? Potentially. It's past the Renault of Ricciardo now as well. We know these guys in front will have to stop again. I'm almost certain of it. Now the question is, can we pick our way past without crashing horrendously into a wall? I am playing with a controller at the minute, yes. I do have a wheel and we do race with the wheel, but today we're on controller. I think the next wheel race will probably be Canada. I'll do Baku tomorrow on the controller, and then the first race next week we'll do with the wheel at Canada. We've taken Lando into Sandoval. I did cut the corner quite considerably, but nothing from the stewards, and that overtake will count. Went for a bit of a dive bump, and it did work for us. But now we've got to try and get past Ricciardo and Latifi. Really pleased with that move, actually. I know it was probably illegal, but the game hasn't asked me, and the stewards haven't asked me to give the position back, so we'll take it for now. And now we'll try. Oh, Daniel Ricciardo. Oh, and then I did the same. I get so excited and so eager to get on the throttle when I see the AI do that. I then make the same mistake. Okay, Correa's in the pits now. That 44. As is the Williams, that's going to release Ricciardo. And I imagine now he's going to fly away from me. Unfortunately, that means that... Well, fortunately for the team, unfortunately for me, it means that Correa's going to miss having to let the Ferrari through. Jesus, thanks for the follow person on the interweb. Daniel is probably now going to disappear off into the distance now that Williams has set him free, because he is much quicker than us, and we knew that anyway. It's more people pitting and going behind us that's going to be what helps us advance further forward in this race. Keep an eye on the gap to Correa as well. I'm intrigued to know if we're actually still pulling away from him on these hard tyres, or if he's closing up on us. Lando's going for it around the outside here, and he's going to get the move done. Am I brave enough into to back? No, I'm not. Oh, but Lando's been slow. He's out of position. Lando's gotten the move back again. Fair play. Well done, Lando. That was a good move. Thanks for telling me, Jeff.
Norris ahead. Gap to car in front is 1.8 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 29 laps old. The time last lap was a 1:16.0.
So, judging by that... Judging by that, Lando is not going to stop again. 2 laps to go of the Monaco Grand Prix. 2 laps to go until we can relax. It's my own fault for doing 100% race distances. Like, as much as I find the Monaco Grand Prix a grind, and I never really do well here until I'm in a front-running car, I can't bring myself to either simulate it or do a shorter race. I still feel the need to absolutely do 100% race distance. No, Lewis won. Valtteri won the opening 5. Valtteri wins the opening 5 races. Lewis then wins the next 2, and we finish P19 in Monaco. And finally, my thumb and brain can have a rest. Tom97 does have great hot lap setups for each track. Yes, he's working his way through. He's not done them all yet, but he's in the process of doing them, and they'll be great for setups specific for every single track. There is also TRL Limitless's video for an overall car setup that will be competitive at most tracks. 1919 bits from Martin. Thank you very much, my man. Unfortunately, the worse I do, the more it costs you. Thank you for the follow as well, George. Lewis gets the win, Valtteri second, and a Ferrari. I think it was Seb, wasn't it? Because Charles lapped us and he was third. He was fifth, sorry. Yes, Valtteri finishing ahead of Seb and behind Lewis. I'm not sure what that does for the driver's standings. We'll find out momentarily. We get loads of XP. Whether I deserve all that XP, I'm not entirely too sure. Up to tier 14, we might even make it to tier 15. We do make it to tier 15. So that Cosmos... Oh, we're very nearly at tier 16. That Cosmos race suit is very nearly available. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to use it or not. So in the driver's standings, Valtteri still top, Lewis second, and then everybody else a long way behind. Sainz gets driver of the day. But I think the sooner we put the Monaco Grand Prix behind us, the better. We are level, actually, in the rival breakdown with K-Mag there. So we're 5 away from winning that with 2 races remaining. That will give us a nice boost to driver acclaim when we do that as well. The team are nearly at level 8 now, which is good. We should get that in the next Grand Prix. Nice boost as well financially as we get... 50 grand's worth of damages isn't a nice boost, but we're able to... for the first time, achieve the 4 questions for PSD's expectations. So the next Grand Prix... Oh, renew sponsorships. We can manage sponsors. The Atlantic sponsor has run out. Complete the weekend without colliding with another vehicle. Lol. To be fair, I might just take the Atlantic one again, because that's a very high payout. So we have £3.5 million, but we are going to be needing to replace our driver soon on the 6th of July in 42 days' time. Let me just put these old components back in. We are actually going to be needing to use a different set of use a different energy store moving forward. Gearbox wise, we're fine. Tire allocation wise, it's not a problem. We're going to save our resource points for now. I think we've only got 525, but we can get some more here. Aerodynamics equipment upgrade, G-force training. I don't want to do anything that adjusts the second driver statistics because I'm going to change him out, to be honest. Let's do that, and then also do that. I don't want to do anything that negatively affects the morale of the things either. But it's either negatively affect the morale. I mean, I could get some team stuff, I guess. Might as well do that. Why not? I don't want to negatively affect the morale of any of my departments. Right, so as we advance towards Azerbaijan, aerodynamics upgrade has gone well. Aero team building has gone well. Had a failure in development, unfortunately, which is that one. Part failed. We can redo it for 300 with a 0% chance of failure, which is good. And now we only have 400 resource points left. So we shall at least go to the race weekend for Azerbaijan to save that resource point spend. But for now, that's going to be all for this episode on the YouTube channel. Do drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Apologies that Monaco is Monaco. It's by far and away my worst track, and we will very, very rarely have that little action. But Baku should be pretty entertaining. At least I certainly hope so. So we'll push forward with that in the next one. Check the link in the description, which is the Twitch channel, to come and watch these live. And hopefully you guys are enjoying this F1 content. If you are, let me know in the comment section down below, and by hitting that like button, and subscribe if you're not already. There's obviously daily FIFA content here on the channel as well. That will never stop. But for now, that's all for this YouTube video. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.